Just ready to get this show on the road.
The catchphrase of all catchphrases. Every Giant fan out there, Rob, I'm sure including you, wants to see Eli ride off into the sunset and win this game as he finally got the starting job back tonight.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
We look at both of these
big.
teams. Obviously, the Giants has been 2-10. They have been very terrible this year.
Yeah.
And a lot of it had to do with injuries, poor offensive line,
Yeah.
even poor coaching. You can say as well, because he has been a high character guy. He has taken when he was asked to go to the bench.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, or obviously not happy. You're not happy when you get fired. You don't give your
Right.
boss a hug.
But
when
he
you
was
get
very,
fired. But
very
he was
respectful. Yeah.
very respectable. Showed that he's that's how the Mannings are, respectable guys.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And he took it, and now he getting his due diligence. I don't believe he stays on the Giants next year. I believe he gets his opportunity. One last thing that I want to bring up, and this is the last
It is
topic
7:51 p.m.
of the midseason finale.
Let's hear it, Lil.
Since we're talking about Eli Manning here, is Eli Manning a Hall of Famer?
I would say yes.
Yeah, I mean,
I
rings.
think
Just everybody
too.
looks at rings.
Yeah, and like you look at when you look at like baseball, that kind of Hall of Fame deal, like rings aren't as important. You know what I'm saying? Like they are important, don't get me wrong, but like if you're a tremendous player,
Yeah.
you can get into the Hall of Fame.
Football is the
But
opposite.
football is tough because one player really can make a huge difference on a team in football. And like with baseball, you can be the best player at your position for 20 years and never make a World Series. Like Mike Trout, if the Angels don't sign Garrett Cole, very well could be sitting in a third, fourth place team his whole career and still go down as the best player in baseball history. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at Eli Manning, you look
So
at a guy...
rings is not everything. It's basically
Right, rings are not everything for me, but when we talk about football, rings are more important to a Hall of Fame case.
I mean, for me,
And you beat a team that could have had... How many rings would the Patriots have if it wasn't for the Giants?
8.
They would have 8 rings.
Right.
Tom Brady would have
8,
8
right?
rings.
he would have had 8 rings.
Tom Brady would have 8 rings.
I mean,
So you
know,
being the stopper to some tremendous Patriots teams
Yeah.
in the Super Bowl is something you can never take
and
away from him.
You know, it's one thing I'm like, I'm not a Giants fan. You know, I guess I'm an Eli fan because he's a respectable guy. But you know, one thing that everybody that hates on those Super Bowls, you know, the catch by Tyree, you saw the replay. Eli had to get out of that sack. If he didn't make the move to get out of the sack, obviously he heaves it down the field.
Yeah, lucky plays.
I mean,
A lot of
that's
those
still
plays
to
were
get out of that blitz.
a lot of those plays were lucky plays. But,
He had a hell of a run there in that mid 2000s
you think about it here though.
with the Giants.
I mean, Eli Manning has definitely threw a lot of interceptions throughout his career. I mean, you have 2013, the brother threw 27 interceptions that year, and 15 the year before that, 25 interceptions in 2010. Outside of those Super Bowl performances, the Giants have absolutely done nothing. Not even.
They have been disappointing.
And from that 2010 Super Bowl,
but you know,
real quickly here, Rob, from that 2010 Super Bowl performance, they have not showed up ever since. But just like how you said, rings is not everything. I do think that rings should have come for something in a way as well. So it
I mean, in
depends on how you.
football, they
Yeah.
definitely do.
So you know,
Yeah.
I guess because of those rings, you give Eli Manning.
I mean, hey, his
Yeah,
his stats aren't even. They're pretty decent. 362 touchdowns to 241 interceptions.
He had a couple years
with
that was
56,000 career yards.
he's
up there,
been,
man.
He's
with
been
Peyton
solid.
and all them in terms of
He's
yardage.
been solid and serviceable his whole career, and he's always been a solid starter. He hasn't had a great team around him the last few years, but I think his career is good enough to get him in. So
Yeah,
I
think he's a Hall of Famer.
I really do hope he gets in because, and you like above all else, he the type of player that he is, he's somebody who he's never gonna back down like from a big moment, you know, and the pressure doesn't really like get to him in a big moment, you know what I mean? So those
I just
those
don't
are
think
big
he's a
factors.
first ballot Hall of
Oh,
Famer.
no,
nor do I
first
think a
ballot,
second.
don't
I don't
think so.
think first ballot, but I think he's definitely gonna
I think
get
it will
there.
be
He'll get it.
Someday he's getting there.
Someday. I would say
He's
it's
gonna
more
get
for
there.
someday he will get in there.
He'll get in there
well.
for sure, yeah.
But yeah, man.
I mean,
let's
if you
see
have
how-
2 rings, man.
Yeah, and you beat the Patriots, you beat
You
the
look at
old.
Dan Marino. He had 0 rings, and he's
well,
in.
Dan Marino
Dan Marino was a whole
was a
different
much-
breed.
I mean,
Dan,
of course,
Dan Marino,
of course, statistically, Dan Marino.
Dan Marino
one
may
of the
go
GOATs.
off as the best quarterback who never won a Super Bowl.
Yeah. Oh yeah, easily.
Yeah.
For sure. So,
Gentlemen,
Yeah.
ladies and
it
gentlemen,
has
I mean,
been a hell of a semester with you guys.
I've
Yes,
enjoyed.
sir.
I've enjoyed
Great
every show,
show.
John.
I enjoyed the- I
It's been a
enjoyed-
pleasure.
Great show, my
this
man.
year, definitely.
Absolutely.
It's been good, man. We
It's
picked
been great.
it up. I noticed that we brought their energy more. We had our information together. We always been solid. Good shows throughout. Heated debates at times.
Yeah.
And times the shenanigans that come with the show. You know how we are. We gotta entertain as
And
well.
that's what, from a completely biased opinion, makes us the best college radio sports show in the state, man. That's
Of all
just
time.
me.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we chasing greatness.
You already know it. And thank you to all you listeners. Like Lil said at the start of the show, thank each and every one of you for listening to us every week.
Hey, y'all, man, we just finished up our duties today representing
Wrapped up, man.
WSUC.
Outstanding experience.
Outstanding
We
experience.
represented the station to the full extent.
Yes,
Got
sir.
a lot of footage.
Yes, sir.
Great game.
Incredible experience that I don't think anyone that was a part of it is going to forget anytime soon. And I'm just grateful to be a part of it, grateful that WSUC was able to be here and put in work and represent.
Yes, sir. And life, I'll see you when I see you. Peace out, man.